You're listening to the Sisterhood of the Traveling Personalities podcast. I'm your host, Naomi Hammond, and my co-host, Florence Davis. Our goal is to bring you hope and help guide you through this thing called life by sharing our own experiences, life lessons, and goals. We're not licensed therapists, just two women on a journey set out to be, do, and have whatever we want. So sit back, grab a glass.
You called it that time, right? You heard it, right? Yeah, I know you heard. That's why it's kind of like started you a little bit.
Yes.
So welcome back, y'all. Another episode of Sisterhood of Traveling Personalities. You know, we making it do what it do. Look, that's really all I can say. We gonna make it do what it do.
Absolutely.
So how you been, babe?
I've been good, working. Trying to work and make it so I ain't got to steal and take it. You know how it go.
Look, yeah. You look good though. I like your hair. It looks good.
Oh, thank you. I just actually, I had some Dookie plaits and I just had to take them loose because you'd be like, no. So
I'm glad you took it out. Yeah, definitely.
Because I was really adamant on leaving. I was like, no, let me take these out because she's gonna kill me. So they're out.
Good. It looks good though. Look like you got something like wrapped around it or something.
Yeah, my thing, my little head man.
Okay, that's cute. Look, tell Zari that we trying to handle business.
Sorry, what you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, drink it all until it's gone, because the rest of it's gonna be water after that.
So, yeah, I'm doing good though. I'm better. I am better. I can say that.
Yeah, that's good. Better is always better.
Yeah, I ain't got no complaints or nothing like that. But yeah, so tonight we're gonna talk about love, and
that's an interesting topic.
Isn't it interesting, girl?
I think it's very interesting because it's just so many different things. I think it's interesting because not everybody thinks it's the same thing, Because some people don't really know what it is, so they'll make their own. They'll define it as to how it fits or relates to them.
But yeah, I can't say that. I can't. I was gonna say, but love is love. But it's like, who really understands
love is an action. Love is an action.
Love is an action.
It's not just telling. It's what you do, how you act, how you react. It's just not. It's not just saying I love you. It's an action. I was always taught love is an action because you can tell me you love me, but then in a time where I need you to show me how much you love me, you not show me, or either you just never show me, and it's like, do you really love me? Do you know how to love me? Because you never show it, you never act it out, you never express it. So for me, love is an action. It's me saying it and me showing it. Even if it's just saying, and it doesn't have to be anything extravagant. Even if me just call, hey girl, I love you. Call you. How you doing? You having a bad day, a good day? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's just reaching out and just trying to be an active member in that person's life because you love them.
Okay, so yeah, there are so many. Well, there are different types of love, right? Yes. Okay, so but like just the basic definition of love is like an intense or some type of strong feeling that you have towards someone, something, whatever the case might be, right? Mm-hmm. So the Bible teaches us, and I'm only gonna bring this in there because we're talking about love.
Oh, God is love.
Yeah, definitely. So I have to include that.
Well, absolutely, because I believe that, so I'm all for that.
Yeah, I have to include that in all of this. So the four types of love: you have eros, you have agape, you have storge, and you have philea, right? Mm-hmm. So the agape is love for all mankind. The storge is love for, or the love of parents and children. You have eros, which is that exotic love, which I think that's just what a lot of people kind of like.
But yeah, okay, go ahead. What's the next one?
I don't want to say a lot of people. I just feel like that's probably one that you see the most, maybe. Mm-hmm. The eros love. Mm-hmm. And then you have philea, which is the love of friends and their equals, or the equivalent of a friend.
Okay, right. So I want to ask you something though, because since we're talking about the Bible also says those that love not know it's not God, for God is love. So since there's so many different kinds of love, I mean, how does that all fit in there? Because like you said, it's different types of love.
I think the bottom line is still just the word itself, love.
Yeah, well, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, because aside from, because I'm gonna take it from just what we think love is. Like, oh, you my girl. Oh yeah, I love her. You know, that's my boy.
It's
no, I mean, so I'm gonna take it into like that whole relationship type of love, right? Because aside from the love that we know of, which comes from the love of God, right? Because that's really the only true love that we can say that we know, right?
Absolutely.
So then how do we know for certain that I really love someone else? If I only know the type of love that has been shown through God or by God, how can I say that I have ever been loved? Or how can I say that I have ever loved someone else?
Because the object is to love somebody, love people with the love of God, or love people that you're supposed to love people like God love you. That's pretty much what it is. And you would want somebody who you love to be a man or a woman after God's own heart, because God is love.
Okay.
So you would want somebody to have that same mentality. Now, when we deal with that worldly love, they took love has become a totally different thing, opposed from outside of the Bible. You know,
okay.
Like I say, and that goes. I mean, yeah, because Bible is real deep, and
yeah, that is taking it a little deep, but I'm only using that because that's really the only love that we can like say that has been shown to us that and I've never experienced love in that sense from anybody else. You know what I mean?
Right, because you know how you love God. You'll give God your life, correct?
I mean, yeah, because he gave his son.
Right, but I'm saying you'll give him everything else. So you want somebody to love you like they love God, not as much as they love the Lord, but love you enough to give their life, love you enough to feed you, give you bread and water, love you enough to take care of you, speak life into you, pray for you, you know what I'm saying? Just hold you up and tell you the truth, even when you're wrong, in the difficult times, but always be there and just never compromise who they are for you or to you.
Okay, so would you say that or could you say that you've ever received love, and do you feel like you've ever given love to that extent?
Yes, I do feel like I have given love to that extent, to where I would.
Do you think that the person that you gave the love to believed that that's the type of love that you were given?
No.
So how can you be so certain?
Because if you have a person that's not, again, and when you're unequally yoked, that person is not going to love you the same way, because y'all ain't yoked properly. You're going to give everything, because God gave us everything. You're going to give everything, and you're going to be sincere about it. You're going to be honest about it. You're going to be all of that. But if you aren't equally yoked with somebody, you're not going to get that back. So the love you give is not what you're going to get if it's not the right yoke. And I know they say you grow with time and all that, this and that, when you're dealing with relationships, I'll say. But when you're in the right relationship, it's there when it starts. You don't start at the back tail of it and work to the way where you should have started. You start where you're supposed to start, and then it grows from there.
So you feel like the love that you've given has been real through and through? When
it was
real deal.
Yeah, I mean, when you're in it, we're gonna say when you ain't fooling around, but when you in a serious committed relationship, not one of those, hey, but when I was if I'm locked in with you, you're gonna get it all. I'm gonna give it to you openly like that. Now, not to say that we won't make mistakes, because we are not perfect. And not being perfect, that's why we get another chance to do it over, even if that's starting over from the beginning because you failed, but you still love that person the way you know how to love. And if you know how to love like that, then you'll give. But if you don't, then like you say, if you've never felt that, or if you don't know that, you've never gotten it back, how do you know what to give, what it is, if you're giving that?
Right.
So, but because I know I was, like all of us, we have that background or upbringing up in it, and then some of us have it just the dagger stuck in our neck, so it ain't gonna never come out. You gonna learn it, and I want you to know it, because that's gonna help you through. So it's gonna be beat on you to the point where you ain't gonna be able to rest when you do certain things. Like, for instance, when I was years ago before I got married or whatever, I was like, oh, okay, I don't want to do this. I just want to be in a relationship or whatever. We together, whatever. I want to be done with you, whatever. And I know I care about you, but I just want to be with you because I'm not sure. But it was either you're gonna be sure or you ain't gonna be sure because you ain't gonna be able to rest. Like, if you love me, then do you love him the way you love me? Or because if you don't, then you need to go ahead and walk away. But if you do, even if you think you do, because you're giving it all in, you need to go ahead and do the right thing. Do right by me. Live the right way, per se.
So do we walk into relationships wanting to love a person the way that we feel that, that whole
again, if it depends,
because God loves us.
We as women, I'm gonna speak about women, we'll get in relationships not for the love, it's just for the thrill. So it just depends. Because we know when we really fit in somebody, we really want to get deep with somebody. So we know how we want to love that person, how to treat that person. It's just what it is. You know what you want, whether it's for you or not. If you got your eyes on something that you want, you're gonna give of yourself, just as you would give your time up to God. You're gonna give them everything in you. Just that. And most of us do that. We give everything when we should not give everything because we don't know where it's gonna go. But if you're gonna be you, you're gonna be you. And if that's how you love, then that's how you love, no matter it be the right person or the wrong person. You waste a lot of time, I'll say. And I don't know if that's, using it in the right term, but loving people with your whole heart, with everything in you, trying to get to the person that actually is supposed to be getting that love in your whole heart, the way it's supposed to be, that's going to love you right back that same way.
I think people go into relationships with expectations and beliefs about love based on, of course, their own experiences.
Yes.
However, what it all boils down to is, you can't predict the way that a person is going to love you.
No, ma'am.
And because we don't really know what the real definition of love is,
and we don't take our time either.
Yeah, aside from, that love of God, it's like, I might not be really loving you the way that I think, because I can only give you the love that I believe. I can only give you what I believe love is.
Because and the truth about love is you will know love. Love ain't in the truth. We got our own. Love is not supposed to hurt. Love is supposed to heal. So you will know, and we feel the love that we get from a man or a woman if you go that way. Right. And we feel if it's genuine, if it's just play. We know that. And you can feel it, but oftentimes we'll stay to see if it's going to grow to be or match what we're given. But sometimes it doesn't happen like that. And you still don't give all yourself, and then you just get, because I myself have given my love sincerely, wholeheartedly. Everything in me would jump, just go to the end of the earth. And it was never reciprocated. And like you say, we go in with these expectations, but the where I am now, as far as what life has brought me, sometimes it ain't even worth having expectations. You just go in and whatever it is, it's gonna be. I ain't expecting nothing from you. Don't expect nothing from me, and then that way nobody won't get hurt.
Yeah. I think that's what I'm on that same thing. I don't want to dictate or have these expectations of what I want you to do or the way I want you to love me. I just want you to do it to the best of your ability. You know what I mean? Like that's the type of love. But so you know how they say that there is someone for everyone?
Yes.
Think that's true?
I do, and sometimes we miss that person. I do believe that is true, but I believe we can also sabotage ourselves. And then again, it may not, and God, it may God it may not come back around again. Again, it may, but that's all by our own hands. We sabotage ourselves a lot, and we miss a lot. And by the time we realize we missed it, a lot of times somebody got that person, God gave that person somebody else because we didn't want it. And then when we want it, it's like, you too late. So whatever, what's for you is for you. He may have designed somebody else that'll love you just in the same way. But if are you gonna miss it the second time around, or are you gonna pay attention and listen?
Yeah, I think that's like with anything else, a career.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Like following your dreams. It's like after like once you get to a certain age, and that I think there's a cutoff because you no longer have that energy. I'm serious, man. Like, because you no longer have that you don't have that energy, you don't have that drive anymore to want to do those things. So it's like, man, once you get to that age, just whatever that age is, like, because I can't call it out. I mean, yeah, you have people that still like surpass that and they still, follow their dreams.
Yeah, because whatever what is for you is for you. Dreams. And if it's meant for somebody to roll back around in your life, I don't care if you're 70, that person, you will not go alone.
I mean, yeah, it happens, but the likelihood of it happening, I think it's slim to none. Like,
I can't say that.
It can come back around. It can come back around, but
see, I'm not. Now that is not how.
We hear about those types of stories, though. How often do we hear about stuff like that?
I'm not sure. I don't know, but as far as me personally, I will believe that. Even if I miss one boat, my boat gonna come around. I will never stop believing that. I'm not gonna go put myself out there for it or whatever. But I also believe, since we coming from the Bible, I believe the word. What's mine is mine.
Well, yeah, okay. Look,
no matter where it's coming from.
I get that.
So if it's meant for me to get, if it's meant for somebody to come around my way, no matter, I could be 50, 60 years old, I'm still gonna be waiting. I ain't gonna be looking, but I'm gonna wait.
Okay, I get that, and I really wasn't, bringing the Bible in, but I had to bring it in because of the fact that that's the first type of love that we're taught. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's and then like it breaks it down because that love that we get from our parents, that's our foundation. So that's how when we get older, we start to love other people by doing and showing the things that we learn from our parents and from our family.
Yes,
I had to include that because
that's great. I think that's great. Because that's why I had to go back to it at the end, like unfortunately, when something in my heart and in my soul and my mind, I believe, and that's why I say, I'm glad you started that way because that's how I was gonna go back that way anyway on it. What's for me is for me. Yes, indeed, it's mine. And when it's in His timing, it's gonna come for me. I don't care what it is. And so we might not want that thing sometimes, but one thing I've learned in life, no matter what it was, is, and again, it's still His word is true. And I stand on it. I hold on no matter whatever kind of life I live. At the end of the day, I know if He said it, He's gonna do it. It's gonna come to pass when He's ready for it to come to pass. It could take a while, no matter, you don't know when and you don't know the hour, but it's gonna come to pass before you leave here.
So basically, y'all, tonight we kind of taking it to church a little bit.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry, but we just everything, our whole life revolves around that, and everything we learned in life goes back to what we were taught coming up. And no, we're not, churchy, but the word is there.
Yeah.
And we talking about love. Love stems from that, and it goes into the relationships, and we make, like she said, we make our own definition. Of love, and we alter it and we change it to fit us. Yeah,
that's true. Because I'm not going to quote any scriptures, but I will say that we are believers, most certainly.
Absolutely.
But I just it's just trying to get a better understanding of, like, do we really know what love is?
Right.
Like, I know the love I have for my children is different. For the love that I have.
For your husband or your
exactly,
whoever, absolutely.
And the love of my parents is different than the love that I have for my children. So with that being said, like she said, we make it fit. It's
absolutely.
It's not that we're making it fit, but that's just the way love goes. Like that's really what it is.
No, you're right. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's just the way that it is. So what type of love do you desire to receive from that special someone, or husband, or because I kind of like said it, it's basically the type I don't want to imagine the way that I want someone to love me. I don't want it to be the
genuine,
way that,
sincere, genuine love.
Yeah, definitely.
You but don't want it to be altered or catered, or you want it to be pure and genuine, true. Don't change it to fit me. Love me the way you know how to love. And let's communicate through it. If we need to talk about it, or express, well, this is I just true and genuine. Like, if that's how you love me, and let me know. And if we got to work through it, let's work through it, because love is many things. But one thing I know for sure, it's an action. For me, it's an action.
Definitely. So, I was looking at this newly engaged couple like a couple of weeks back. It's a young lady from Sisters. I can't think of her name right now, but anyways, her and the guy from the show, they recently got engaged. It's one of Tyler Perry shows. And they were talking about just their relationship experiences, and it was really, really beautiful to see how they connected so well with one another. And I think a lot of times what we do is we see the relationships that other people have, and we try to implement those things.
Yes, ma'am. We put that in our mind. That's how we want ours to be. But
exactly, and then
you don't want the same love that these people, because they gotta, these people love differently anyway. Because first of all, they're in a whole different arena.
Exactly,
so that's true. Love what fits you. You gotta love the way it fits to you.
But it was really nice and like refreshing to see how genuine their love for one another is. It didn't look watered down. It didn't look like they was just doing it for the camera. It looked like they genuinely, care for one another's well-being, and, just
right
all the way around. And that was my thing. It's like, I don't want the type of love that I see somebody else with. I want the type of love that, is your best. Like, this is something that you have never, I want the type of love that you ain't never experienced with nobody else before. What that look like, I don't even know.
Right. I would say when people do that too, they kind of set themselves up.
The expectations.
Failure, yeah, because
the expectations.
And I'm trying to, we all been biblical and all, but I got to say it the way I'm gonna say it. What you eat don't make me shit. So
that's not biblical.
That's what I just said. We was all biblical, but I got to get out of that. That's what I said. I got to go away from that, because
okay, I missed that.
That's the best way to say it. Like,
seriously, yeah.
You like, just say for instance, you like seafood. I'm allergic to seafood. That ain't gonna work for me. That works for you.
Right.
So stuff. Yeah. No. Yeah. You can't be like Ike and Tina, and then the Prince Charming over here. No, that's two different. The love ain't the same there.
Seriously. Yeah. Yeah. I want something brand new. Like, I go into the grocery store, I see the same old thing. I be like, is there a new kind of meat out? Like, when they gonna come out with a new kind of meat?
And the part about that though, that old love is not bad love.
No, it isn't.
If it's true love and sincere love and it's honest love, it ain't bad love. If me and you, okay, if you want to go walking in the party, well, yeah, boo, come on, hold my hand, let's go. I think nowadays we have gotten away from stuff like that. And there was, I think we need to just bring that back in too. Add the new in with though. Don't just throw the old out the door.
Well, yeah, I get that. I agree with you. Certain things, you can still like hold on to. But I think for me, like, I guess when I say like the type of love that you never experienced, I'm saying that because of the past relationships that I've been in, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to experience that same type of love. Like, I want a new type, and it's gonna be new because
I was gonna say it's gonna be new because it's a different individual. So that's already what makes it new there. Whether they love you similarly or whatever, it's still a new love. Because they're gonna bring something different. It might be the same, but it's gonna bring something extra to the table that's different because they're not the same person.
True.
And in their minds, a lot of, I don't want to be put in a stereotype, but a lot of men, a lot of them, the wheel roll the same way. But
So right now you're proving my point. That's what I'm saying. I don't I don't want, see, I'm not going to be like the chick that you was with previously.
Well,
right?
Then you change it.
Right. So I don't, number one, and there are expectations. I don't expect you to give me the same type of love that you was giving the woman that you was with before.
Right.
I don't want that. I'm not even, and I don't know what that's like. But when you're walking into a new relationship, after you've been in relationships with that you've been hurt in, there got to be some changes that you are willing to make.
I think the first change, which is the hardest change because we've been through so much, is letting those expectations go and just going with it to see what it is. And if you start to see that same pattern, then you say, hey, that's why we communicate. But I have, again, me personally, I have learned expectations are good, but sometimes they don't. When you go, you set yourself up to be disappointed. Because again, sorry I went out, but man, woman, we human will disappoint you every time. If you put out your expectation. So try to remove the expectations. Because when you expect somebody to do something, you always get disappointed sometimes. We even disappoint ourselves a lot. So when you remove those expectations, you're going in with a free mind. What's wrong?
No, go ahead.
Oh, you're going there with a free mind. It was just
weird. Sorry.
Oh, you just don't do that. You scared me. I'm like, wait a minute.
No,
so when you're going in with a free mind, then it can naturally happen. It's not being forced. It's not being calculated. It's not being moderated or anything else. It's just happening.
Yeah.
But there is a door where you can come in and moderate it if it's going off beat or whatever. But I think removing the expectations is the best thing going into something new.
Yeah, I agree. I don't want to expect anything. I want you to just do whatever you feel.
Right. I mean, I know somebody that says, oh, you should have expectations. But whenever I have an expectation, you'll never meet that mug. So no expectations.
I mean, like you said, it's okay though to have expectations, but communication is key though. Like, you have to have communication. So, and I don't want to walk into a relationship without any expectations.
Well, when it comes to love, though, that's what I'm saying. Regarding that, we're just talking about that.
Yeah, definitely, most certainly.
Well, I ain't talking about no expect. I'm just talking about regarding love and stuff like that. Because relationship ain't gonna never go the way you want it to go because it's two people involved.
I don't have any more questions.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's really what I was, because I've been thinking about it, ever since we decided to have this conversation.
Okay.
Probably could go a little bit deeper.
Absolutely. I like the fact that you did bring in the agape love and all the different types of love because, like you say, most people don't know those.
They know them, but they just, we operate in them.
Absolutely.
Not really, it's not really conscious, but we operate in those different types of love, but the one that people think of the most or use the most is neither of the, I can't say it's neither of those, but they don't call it those. They don't give it those names. We just say love. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay. All right, love.
But you want somebody that got all that love, all those types of love and mixed into one. Just like one big old bowl, one big old pot, give it all to me. Each give me a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. You want a mixture, huh? I think all the loves makes a complete love. What do you think? I would agree. Even though like individually they kind of come off, because if I say eros, that's just all that exotic, hey, that's again, all of it comes into one. And actually to be all that's necessary to love somebody. Because you gotta love their mental, their physical, you gotta love their emotional, you gotta love that person entirely. So all those loves makes you love them entirely.
And all of them,
mind, body, and soul.
Each one of them, they do, when you put them all together, it's like I can't love you without experiencing all of these.
Absolutely.
Because you have love for your brother, man, you have love for your parents, your children, you have that exotic You have love for your friends. It's like, because that's what we deal with on a daily basis.
So you're a friend. When you're in a relationship, we are friends, because we can't be friends. We ain't gonna work if we can't be friends too. So that's all that plays.
Yeah,
so.
It's funny.
It's a family. You build a whole community, a whole family with that person. Not meaning kids and stuff, but you taking on a new family. So, all of it's one.
It's funny how all of it comes together though, to just show that how we love the next person. But hey, y'all know what it is.
That's why they always tell you blood don't make you, blood. It don't take blood to make you family or all that. Yeah. Because the love don't have no, no specifics.
Well, y'all, we've come to the end of the road for this episode. Y'all keep checking us out. I'm not even gonna run through all the different platforms because y'all already know.
Like, comment, share.
Yeah,
Facebook, subscribe. Twitter, Instagram. Look,
that is the main thing, y'all. Like, we really want to get up our subscribers.
YouTube.
Like, that is that's really big. And listen, it is so hard to get likes and to get people to follow you. This right here, this podcasting stuff is not easy. It just depends on, I guess, your approach and learning your audience and things like that, like what you guys want us to talk about, because we could talk about Roe v. Wade, but you know what? I'm gonna leave that.
Man, yeah, let that be for now.
Yeah, I'm gonna let that one just do what it's doing, because it's still brewing. Like, they still have a lot of stuff going on with that Roe v. Wade. But this whole thing, just from beginning to where we are right now, has been a roller coaster ride.
But I do think, what do you think next? If they've overturned that, what do you think they'll overturn next?
And listen, hey, look,
I got a couple thoughts in mind of what, if they did that, they might as well do that for other stuff, but I refuse to bring it up now.
Listen,
not the platform for it.
That just goes into, even with marijuana, all the people that have been locked up behind marijuana, now you have states that are legalizing it. They're going to have to start looking into people's cases, people that got years and years serving time behind this mess, and now you're going to legalize it?
Yeah, but there's a catch to that. See, the catch to legalizing it, you must have a prescription. So if you ain't had no prescription, it ain't legal.
Yeah, that's true. But that's
I know somebody who's dealing with something like that right now. They was doing what they do in the past, and they still do what they do. And they have a prescription. But they didn't have what they have a prescription for. They had a whole nother.
So you don't went in with a script or something, and you got something else.
Yeah. So that bit them in the butt. So
there's always a way to beat the system. There's always
because they thought they were beating the system, and then they got test ran, and it wasn't the same grade.
Okay, so
that came out to be a negative.
But see, that's how people corrupt and make things harder for other people, because you get the okay, and now you out here doing. Look, man, listen, this Roe v. Wade stuff, like, look, I don't know what else, but this right here is opening up the door to so much more for the government to be able to do, change, impose all of that stuff on people. And
like I said, a lot of stuff.
The poor are gonna feel it more than the rich. I think it's
gonna go back to the I really think they're gonna roll over to, because Roe v. Wade is one thing. You got the marijuana. I think it's gonna go back to these marriages too. I think it's gonna roll back around.
What do you mean marriages?
Of the same sex marriage and stuff. I think they're gonna roll back up on that too. I think that's gonna, because they trying to call themselves flipping things over that Obama approved and stuff like that too. So yeah, you might see that coming up.
Man, there's so much stuff going on right now, man.
So I would not be shocked if I saw that, because they definitely trying to turn over what Obama approved too. So.
But you know what's funny though? You see how this right here has gotten so much attention after all these mass shootings that just took place.
Absolutely. You won't even hear about them no more.
At all, man.
That? Yeah, absolutely.
It's one thing, like, look, just like my headphones.
You know why though?
It's one thing. Then the next thing.
Do you know why? That they, and I'm not, because of where it hit, where it happened. It was all in minorities. So it was gonna die anyway because they were minorities.
I get what you're saying. The story don't last that long when there's minorities involved. Well, y'all just stay tuned. Look, we definitely gonna have us another Freestyle Friday because I think I can feel us coming on with, just having some conversation. Not like the first one, because
definitely not like the first one.
Y'all check that one out. But definitely just talk about different, like serious worldwide events that are taking place right now and just the impact that is happening. Probably even do some recaps on some of the things that we've already talked about. And I want to find somebody I can bring on with us. Maybe I can get one of my sisters to come on, or just somebody
that would be great.
I work with. I'm gonna find somebody else just to get another point of view. But hey, y'all keep watching, commenting, sharing, liking, subscribing. What else, Flo? Y'all have a safe week.
Be blessed. Stay cool because it's hot out here.
Man, it's hot as hell. Yeah, it's hot. It's really, really hot, I was gonna say something else. I don't know if I can't even remember. She just threw me off with that hot, because look, y'all, it's really, really hot out here. But be mindful of your surroundings.
Absolutely, at all times.
Yeah, and y'all just be well, man. Y'all just take care of yourselves, and we are out.